Now, before we discussing about the least common multiple of algebraic expressions, right? Let's try to refresh our knowledge about the least common multiple of the given numbers. Today, account. Right. Let's consider Hari. Samsung Mega. इधर दामन नहीं करके नहीं है. Alright. Let me consider three numbers. Today, let's consider 6, 12, and 18. Right? I want to find the least common multiple of these three numbers. Right? We actually have 1, 2, 3, 4 methods to get the least common multiple of given numbers, or when it comes to grade 10 algebraic expressions. Right? Let me tell you the first method. Right? Method number 1. Right? Method number 1. Right? So we are talking about multiples and then common multiples. Out of the common multiples, the smallest common multiple you have for these three numbers. That is what is meant by the least common multiple. Least common multiple. Right. Let's consider number 6. Can you tell me the multiples of 6? Right? In ascending order. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48, 54, 60, 66, 72, 78. Multiples of 6. Multiples of 12. What are the multiples of 12? Tell me multiples of 12. 12, 24, 36, 48, 60, 72, 84, 96. Multiples of 18. What are the multiples of 18? 18. 36. 50. 70, 90, 108, and so on. Right. Now my task is to check whether we have common multiples available. Can we find any common multiples here? So which is available for all 6, 12 and 18. Is that all? 36 is a common multiple. 36 is a common multiple. Then again 72 is a common multiple. 72 is a common multiple. Right? So the common multiples we have is, right? So common multiples we have is, we have 36, which is a common multiple for 6, 12 and 18. 72 is again a common multiple for 6, 12 and 18. So out of these common multiples, what is the smallest common multiple? 36. Therefore, the least common multiple, least common multiple. So least common multiple of 6, 12, 18 equals to 36. So this is the first method we are using to find the least common multiple of given three numbers. Alright. Now method number 2. Right. In order to find the least common multiple of these three numbers, again we have another method. Right? Method number 2. Right. Okay. Let's focus on this. Right. Method number 2. Right. 6 and 8. And what is the other one? 6, 12, 18. Eh? 12 and 18. Now I want to write each and every number as a product of its prime factors. Right? I want to write these numbers as product of its prime factors. Right? So in order to write number 6 as product of its prime factors, what we have to do is we have to start dividing this number 6 from the smallest prime number which is divisible, which 6 is divisible. Right? So what is the smallest prime factor you can consider in order to divide number 6? 6? 2. Once you divide 6 by 2, answer is 3. So we cannot divide 3 by 2 now. 3 itself is a prime factor. So I am dividing 3 by 3. Answer is 1. So that I can write number 6 as 2 times 3. 2 times 3. Agree? Right. So let's write 12 as product of its prime factors. 6 dividing by 2 is 3. 3 dividing by 3 is 1. So 12 equals put it 2 times 3. 18 dividing by 2, 9. You can't again divide it by 2. Let's divide it by 3. 9 divided by 3 is 3. Again dividing by 3, answer is 1. You have to divide up until you get number 1 here. 18 equals 2 times 3 times 3. Now how to calculate the least common multiple of these 3 numbers by using this method. So I am going to circle out the numbers which are commonly available for all the 3 numbers. This number 2, factor 2 is common for both all 6, 12 and 18. All these 3 numbers. Agree? When you consider this number 3, common for 6 and 12 and 18. Additional question. Can you tell me the highest common factor of 6, 12 and 18? What is the highest common factor of 6, 12 and 18? 6. Common factors 2 and 3. Then the product take 6. Now when it comes to least common multiple, we are not only considering the factors which are commonly available for all the 3 terms. After we considering the factors which are available for all the 3 terms, we are considering the factors which will be available for 2 terms. We don't have common the factors which are available for 2 terms here, but we have this number 2 and 3 which is isolated. We have to consider them as well. Now how to calculate LCM? How to calculate LCM here? I am considering this number 2. You have to consider this number 2, have to consider this number 3, and then again you have to consider this number 3. 2 times 2 is 4, 4 times 3 is 12, 12 times 3 is 36. Are we getting the same answer? Are we getting the same answer? Yes. Are we getting the same answer? Yes or no? Yes, right? Again 36. Another method. Right. This is the method we are actually using in grade 10, right? In order to find the least common multiple of not only numbers but also algebraic expressions. Today, 6 I can write it as 2 times 3. Right? Now I am writing it as powers. 2 to the power 1 into 3 to the power 1. I am converting those products into powers. 12 I can write it as 2 times 2 times 3. So I am writing it as 2 to the power 2 into 3 to the power 1. Am I clear enough? 18 I am writing it as 2 times 3 times 3. 2 to the power 1 into 3 to the power 2. So this is the method we are using from now onwards in order to find the least common multiple of any given numbers or any given algebraic terms. Right. My question. what are the different bases? Now only focus on this part. Let's only focus on this part. This one, and here. What are the different bases? Bases matakayi me 2 to the power 1 kiwahama this 1 is the index, this number 2 is the base. What are the different bases you have? What are the different bases you have here? We have number 2 and then we have number 3. Highest power of different bases. If you consider number 2, what is the highest power you have in terms of 2? 2 to the power 2. I am considering 2 to the power 2. What is the highest power you have in terms of the base 3? 3 to the power 2. When you calculating the least common multiple using this method, you first have to figure out what are the different bases you have. Then again, out of the different bases, you have filtered out the highest, the power which is having the highest power. Sorry, the power which is having the highest index value. So when it comes to 2, the highest power is 2 to the power 2. When it comes to the base 3, the highest power is 3 to the power 2. Agree? Right. Now, if you are to find the LCM, what we have to do is, you simply have to get the product of these two powers. Means 2 to the power 2 into 3 to the power 2. 2 to the power 2 equals 4. 3 to the power 2 equals 9. 4 times 9 equals 36. This is how we are going to calculate LCM of any given number or algebraic expression, right, from grade 10 onwards. Clear enough? Right? So we will be learning about more about this lesson a week after next week. First week of June onwards.